We finally have our first merchandise available for you guys. Thank you guys to everybody that supported us and got us to 100,000 subscribers. This merch is now available on the website. We have limited quantities. If we reach the limit, then we're gonna go ahead and reorder another batch so everybody can get in on this first 100,000 subscriber merch. There's a couple little hidden goose eggs. Why are you laughing? You say goose egg all the time.
I don't say goose egg.
You say goose egg.
I've never said goose egg.
You say goose egg.
No one, no one says goose egg.
You said goose egg. Geese lay eggs too, you idiot. So with the merch, there are some hidden Easter eggs in the print, but there's something for you guys to look out for. It's available for you guys to purchase, so don't forget to go to justdriven.com and order your shirt now. Our Tom's and Just Driven GR Corolla is officially for sale. We've had great memories with this car. We took it out to the track. We built it from the ground up. We went to Yaris Engineering. We shipped this car nationwide, went to other locations to build new products for you guys and be able to showcase the car and see what it could do on the track. At the end of the day, we collaborated with Tom's Japan to go ahead and debut this new complete kit, brakes, wheels, and all the parts that they were coming out for the GR Corolla at the 2023 SEMA debut. With this car now being officially available for sale, it's gone through some changes and updates and different versions of itself. In the beginning, we wanted to do some baseline testing, so we took it to the dyno, figured out what the power numbers were, find out what the true performance nature of the car is on the dyno. From that point, we went to the track, did some track testing, get some timing, find its weak points and its strong points, and then from that point, we started to partner up with other brands. So we had PWR North America come on board. They've done a complete oil cooler system with a fan. It's relocated, it has its remote filter location, everything that is still included on the car. It has an upgraded billet intercooler and their upgraded PWR North America radiator setup. From there, it went to Yaris Engineering. At Yaris, it actually got a complete front splitter system with an air dam. It had a duct for the rear diff because we were experiencing diff cooling issues at the track. Even on colder days, the rear diff temperature did not like it being in track mode, and actually with the grippy 265 Advan AO52s that we were running at the time, it was a lot of mechanical grip for the car, so it was actually struggling to cool down the rear diff. So with Yaris, we created a duct that would direct and guide more airflow to that differential. They also included a rear diffuser package for the car, which we then had to modify because we ended up switching over to a track style exhaust. Their whole package fit the factory setup of an exhaust system, but when we went to the full center exit only, because it was the straightest shot out of the rear of the car, we had to modify that rear diffuser package to make sure it fit with the track exhaust. That track exhaust was actually made by B-Side Fabrication. We added some extra insulation to keep even more heat off of that differential so we could continue to do hot laps on the track and keep that diff temperature down. Everything about this car being reliable at the track is essentially keeping those differential temperatures way down. The oil cooler, the intercooler, and the radiator setup already took care of all the other fluids at the front end of the car. The back end of the car, I think it would actually really help to have a differential cooling package that had a pump with extra fluid to cycle through the differential, so that way that sensor doesn't see an excess amount of heat. More fluid means it generally takes a higher amount of time to get to its boiling point. When you add an air to liquid oil cooler, you tend to add capacity to the system, which also helps in keeping those temperatures down. Adding a fan to that diff cooler would also enhance that ability. So that issue only arises when you're really trying to push this car to its limits. We aligned the car aggressively. We only ran essentially that 200 treadwear AO52 that was essentially what they called the cheater tire at the time because it was 200 treadwear, but it really handled and gripped like a 50 treadwear, 100 treadwear tire. You don't run into those issues on the street. You can drive this car spiritedly, you can go through the canyons, you can really enjoy it and lean on it and feel comfortable because with the all-wheel drive system and the way that boost comes on and ramps in, it's actually really easy and nimble to drive around. The car isn't really light per se, but it is just over the 3,200 pound mark. With the boost and the aggressiveness of the alignment and how everything is set up, it's really fun and nimble to drive. From that point, we actually got reached out by Apex USA and they said, hey, Tom's Japan wants to do a collaboration. We don't have a car. Would you guys want to be the world debut for Tom's Racing Japan to bring out a whole product line for the GR Corolla? And we're like, dude, we're 2 months from SEMA at this point, and we have the car in full track trim. We still have another round in the series that we were competing in with Richard, and we're like, let's do it. It's time to tear this car apart. We had to airship everything from Japan.
Overnight parts from Japan.
So it was literally down to the wire to get everything. This is their prototype Tom's Racing front bumper, their prototype rear wing, and a lot of the other items were essentially one-offs for this car to be debuted at SEMA in 2023. With that also came the response from Toyo and being like, hey, we want to be a part of this. And they're like, we want you guys to be in tread pass. We'll do everything you need to get you there and the car driving. We didn't want to be another SEMA build that is being pushed there. The moment before this car got loaded up to SEMA, we were still bleeding brakes. Like it was that fine down to the wire because we showed up at 5 in the morning to make sure like, hey, we didn't finish last night. Making sure everything was clean and ready because we weren't going to see the car now for another couple days before I flew out there to get to the SEMA debut of this car being unveiled. Tom's front bumper, side skirts, rear bumper garnish. That rear bumper garnish only fits the Tom specific exhaust. It is now on the production valved exhaust version. Originally when the car went to SEMA, to get it to be rushed out, Tom's created the exhaust and they're like, this is a prototype only. It is not for sale. It is not available to anybody because there's no valve. So it was extremely raspy. They weren't happy with the tone that it was producing. They went back, fine-tuned that exhaust note, and it now has a valve. It is totally different. It sounds super clean, no rasp. It's extremely tolerable on the street, nice piping. It's what you would expect from Tom's Racing in Japan, just ultimate quality. Now with that being said, like I mentioned, this was the prototype. So the front bumper, when we got it, it was the first one out of their mold. They had no other one. They sent ours out, we got it, it was rough. It had to all be fine-tuned, sanded, scuffed, re-edged, reshaped. It took a lot of work to get this car to where it sits and how it looks today. That front end was not just a straight bolt-on. All their new production parts, comparatively, 1,000 times better than what we originally received. Again, that being in prototype stages. We went through the same thing with our Fast and Furious Supra, getting the Bomex kit just right for our molds. We went through probably 3 prototype bumpers, and our main buck of a bumper weighs like 60 pounds. And that's the one we ended up making the mold off of because it was so perfect, but it was so insanely heavy and robust that it made the ability to make a proper mold a lot better. All the stuff on this car is completely included as far as the stock items go. So we have the 6-piston front Tom's brake kit with the 2-piece rotor, the factory 4-piston brake kit with the factory rotors and brake lines. All of that is included in the sale of this car. So everything that has been replaced with a Tom's item, wheels, tires, front bumper, seats, everything that says Tom's on this car and there's an OEM part equivalent, it is all included with the car. So it's not like you can't completely revert this car back to original. We still have the original hood. This is a circuit hood that we bought. This car was essentially a core with the upgraded limited slip differential options. To get a Tom's car today with all the production pieces and then get to this level, remember, there are some bits and pieces that you do need to paint and match to the car, more specifically the front bumper. The side skirts, the rear bumper garnish, all the carbon fiber pieces are all bolt-on. The front bumper is the one piece that you need to paint and match to the car before it gets installed. But we've sold a few bumpers and everybody's been having good success in doing that, and one of those is Apex USA with their supersonic red GR Corolla that has the production base front bumper. Looks absolutely killer in that supersonic red. But it's just their production pieces, there's items that are removable, where on our car we had to mask the bumper and take the time to finesse it and get it to look the way it does right now. All right, huge thank you to you guys for following along on this journey. We were able to meet new friends and make new fans, and because of that, we reached that 100,000 subscriber goal. Because of this car and because of the Fast and Furious crowd, we're there finally. And a huge thank you to you guys again for following along. So with that being said, this car is available to you guys for $60,000. It's a crazy deal. The car only has 1,973 miles, 1,973 miles. The car's ready to go. It's gonna have fresh fluids for you and everything you need to just enjoy it. Put it back to stock and part it up. Do whatever you wanna do, but I feel like this car should be properly enjoyed and be out there for the public to see. Again, huge thank you to you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.